This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so things are moving forward for the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight, potentially in December. Of course, Tyson Fury, he put out a social media post today and followed it up with a few more quotes online where he's calling out Anthony Joshua, saying, why don't you and me give the British boxing fans what they want? Let's get it on. The Battle of Britannia. Anyway, Anthony Joshua has responded with this. Yeah, calm. I don't do the online discussions just for clout. So if you're really about it, shout 258 management. I'll be ready in December. Khalas. Now, that end bit, khalas, is a Arabic word, but there's also another meaning for an Islamic term in that as well. Quite which one that he's referring to, I don't know. Basically, it just means, okay, are we done? It's also a sports terminology as well of, let's get it done. So, what Anthony Joshua's doing there, that's his business mind of, I ain't going to go back and forwards with you on social media. If you really want the fight, let's do it the proper way. No problem. I'm available for December. Contact 258 management. Send through your proposal, whatever it may be, in contract form or offer form or an idea, and we'll discuss it. And that's the right way to do it. That's exactly how you do it. And what he's talking about there is, I don't do the discussions just for clout. History has shown that people like Fury, people like Wilder, and quite a few other people have always used Joshua's name to hype up themselves without actually going through with the fight. So Joshua's saying, I ain't going to go backwards and forwards on social media with you. If you're serious about it, let's get it done properly. Let's get it done the right way. So that's great. Now, hopefully Tyson Fury adheres to that and just goes through it. As much as I want to see what the offers are online, I want the details. I want to know every nook and cranny as much as you lot will as well, okay? But it's not the ideal world. It's not the ideal way because everybody's going to have their opinions. So do things behind closed doors. I'm sure things will get leaked out as time goes on, especially if the fight doesn't happen. We'll find out what the offer was, if an offer even came through, what discussions took place. Now, I do foresee problems. I do, but hopefully that's just me being a boxing fan who's very skeptical. And naturally, it causes conspiracy theories in your mind. What kind of offers will come through? Is Tyson Fury still talking about fighting Anthony Joshua at Wembley Stadium for free, where he gets no money, Anthony Joshua gets no money, the promoters get no money, nobody makes any money, the fans enter Wembley Stadium for free, and it can't be on pay-per-view either? I mean, I wouldn't want to be the promoter who foots that bill, because there's no comeback, is there? There's no revenue comeback. But hopefully that's just a wash in the pan, if you like, and Tyson Fury does want to make some money out of it. And why wouldn't you? Because Tyson Fury realizes that no matter what fight Tyson Fury takes, whether it's the undisputed fight with Alexander Usyk in whatever country it may be, however, the biggest payday is Joshua. It's always going to be Joshua. That's a fight that people would want to watch, regardless of the fact Anthony Joshua's come off 2 losses. Okay, so that said, now what kind of offer should it be? Listen, Anthony Joshua is the cash cow. He would generate more money, more pay-per-views than any other heavyweight on the planet. Okay, that's not me fanboying, that's just reality. And listen, Tyson Fury will know that. So hopefully he doesn't go in there with a 5% offer or a 10% offer or whatever it's going to be. Hopefully it's a fair offer. Tyson Fury is champion. He deserves respect. He does. Currently, Joshua isn't bringing belts. He's bringing name value and recognition, of course. So, in my opinion, a 60-40 split in favour of Fury. Is that fair? I think so. But at the same time, maybe you could look at it and think, well, Joshua, you know, he's been given this opportunity, so regardless of how much money it is, there's the opportunity. He should just take it as, this is a legacy fight. This is a one-way ticket straight back into World Championship title. Well, yeah, the WBC belt, wouldn't he? If he was to take this opportunity, defeat Tyson Fury, he becomes WBC champion. Regardless of the money, he's already got money. Does he need more money? There's that way to look at it, of course. But, of course, there's going to be broadcast issues. Joshua is exclusive to DAZN now. And if he tries to break that, then he could get in a whole world of trouble with DAZN, potentially. Now, don't get me wrong, broadcasters should never get in the way of big fights, but unfortunately, they do. They do. Obviously, Tyson Fury here in the UK, his platform is BT Sport. That's what he's contracted to fight on. Okay, Tyson Fury cannot fight on another UK broadcaster without permission from BT Sport. Can't do it. Unless, of course, it goes to some kind of purse bid, then obviously the rival promoter who wins the purse bid then owns all rights, then they can put it on whatever network they want, okay? But hopefully there isn't going to be a problem between BT Sport and DAZN. Hopefully not. Hopefully DAZN, if they can't come to an agreement with BT Sport, will just go, you know what, let's stand back. Let's just allow this fight to happen. Win, lose or draw for Joshua. We'll then continue our agreement, or we'll kickstart our agreement after the Fury fight. I can see a potential situation of Frank Warren, Queensberry get involved in saying how Joshua has to have a rematch clause, but that's fair play, of course. Fury, he is given a voluntary, doesn't have to do it, so a rematch clause will be fair play. Will they try and get Joshua under a multi-fight contract? Move him away from Matchroom? Do you know what I mean? There's all kinds of things that they could possibly do or try that Joshua can't get himself out of. He can't do it. He's contractually obliged for his promoter, Eddie Hearn, to be his promoter through the rest of his career. That's a contract that he signed. Whether people agree with that or not, that is what happened. Same with this DAZN deal. So there are politics that can get in the way of this fight. There are. Of course, one of the stumbling blocks, if we can call it that, is the fact he is coming off 2 back-to-back losses officially. And would the WBC sanction it? Currently, he's not ranked in the top 15 of WBC. Listen, this is WBC. They would love to be part of this kind of event. Listen, they will bend their rules. They've done it before and they'll do it again, okay? Mauricio Sulaimán has no scruples, okay? So I can certainly see the WBC ranking Joshua and saying, okay, it doesn't really matter that your last fight was a loss. You shouldn't really fight for a title, but on this one, we'll allow it. It is a super fight. So maybe that can be worked around. Hopefully it can be worked around. Now, I personally would like to see this fight. I'm sure a lot of you would. Would it be ideal? No, I mean, listen, an ideal situation would be for Joshua to go fight somebody else, practice some things, continue with Robert Garcia, if that's going to be the case, learn a little bit more in the gym, practice it on some lesser opponents, and then rebuild over the next 2 or 3 fights, and then maybe fight a Fury or a Usyk rematch or a Dillian Whyte rematch, however, okay? But ultimately, this is the opportunity. The opportunity is to do it now. Why not? Joshua always gets on well with tall opponents. He doesn't get on well with short opponents. I've said this before. So anyway, hopefully this isn't going to be one of those political things that is going to be a whole lot of he said, she said, and Anthony Joshua ducking and Tyson Fury ducking and all this kind of thing, because really there was just a whole lot of propaganda going on and Fury was never serious about it. But hopefully he's serious about it, hopefully. And hopefully all the backstage politics that you and I are not privy to and you and I don't really care about, like the money, the broadcasters and who's going to be the promoter and all this kind of stuff, nothing gets in the way. Just make it very, very simple. Offer Joshua a decent cut, recognise the fact that he is a superstar in boxing, he is. But at the same time, as I said before, maybe Joshua doesn't even care about the money, doesn't really care what the split is. It's only the finer details that he cares about. Like he gets to keep his own sponsorships. You know, he gets to represent his brand, if you like. He gets to have his management company 258 on the poster. Do you know what I mean? Just little things that are not important to you and I, but are important to these fighters for their businesses. So hopefully they work out all that. Again, would Frank Warren, Queensberry even be involved? We don't know. As we know before from Derek Chisora, who of course he's represented by 258 management as well, is that an offer came through from Tyson Fury's Gold Star company. So anyway, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Anyway, that's my thoughts. You drop me yours, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next video.